Maleficent, the Mistress of Evil. Not a bad movie. It is the retelling of Sleeping Beauty, but seen through the eyes of Maleficent, seen through the quote-unquote villain's eyes. It kind of reminded me of Beauty and the Beast, where you had Gaston, the good-looking, muscular guy. He was a woodsman, he was a manly man, but he was the Beast. And then you had the guy that looked like, a werewolf, kind of ram meets werewolf type dude, but he was actually the good guy. Kind of what happens here. You get the one that looks like they should be evil, they're actually the good one. The one that looks like they should be good, they're actually the bad guy. So you see that. I mean, if you didn't see it in the first movie, you definitely will see it in the first 5 minutes of this movie. It's starring Angelina Jolie, Elaine Fanning, Ellie Fanning, Michelle Pfeiffer, and another name that I'm going to put right here because I will butcher it if I try to say it out loud. So right there, right up in there, that's his name. I almost tried it, but I'm not going to. Maleficent wants her beastie all to herself, the little girl. But the prince wants to marry her. She wants to marry the prince. Prince wants to marry her. So they want to get married. Maleficent's against it because she's, her little beastie, the little girl, is the only human she's ever come across that she didn't want to just annihilate. So there's that. And the queen, on the other hand, Michelle Pfeiffer, she wants all of the fae dead, all the fairy folk. And for her own, reasons, her own evil, felonious reasons. Maleficent also in this movie meets her people. She thinks she's the only winged super fairy out there. Ha ha. Joke's on you because there's like a ton of them. So she meets them and they're pretty cool to her. There is war. That's pretty much what the movie's about. These two opposite sides, these two opposing sides want things to go a certain way, but you can't get them a certain way with the other side in your way. So, that's pretty much the basis of all wars, I guess. So they gotta have a war. It kind of goes exactly the way you expect it. If you've got an idea of what happens in a typical Disney, fairy type, godmother type movie, then yeah, you probably won't be too terribly surprised. Now that doesn't mean it's not good, because Disney does produce great movies. It's just that it's a tried and true formula. If you're thinking, oh, there's going to be a ghost in the closet, there probably is. If you're thinking, hey, don't go down those steps, Steve Martin, you're going to slip and fall, he probably will. What you expect to happen does happen in the movie. Does she find love? What do you think? Does anybody who you think is going to die survive? It's Disney. What do you think? It is a good movie. And again, it's the retelling of Sleeping Beauty, so it's a good story. It's got great actors. That's what really saves it. Because everything that happens, you expect to happen. But it's being presented to you by, it'd be like if you went to a restaurant and they said, well, we're all out of the food you want. Only thing we got is tofu. But Denzel Washington is going to be bringing it to you, him and Halle Berry. You'd probably be like, oh, I'll take some tofu. It would then be okay. That's what this movie is. It's tofu, but it's brought by Angelina Jolie. So you're like, and that guy. So you're like, man, wow. Okay, if they're bringing it, then I'll eat a little bit of that tofu. So it makes it considerably more palatable. Personally, I dug the movie. I dug it enough to give it 7 bags of popcorn. It's got pretty good special effects. A ton of winged people flying around, so pretty good special effects. Stuff's blowing up. I didn't really know why stuff was blowing up. I don't know if they had dynamite then, bricks were blowing up, but it was good special effects. But 7 bags of popcorn, and that's what I think. More importantly, what do you think? Have you seen it? Did you see part 1? What's your favorite Disney cartoon-esque movie? Let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.